What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. We've got Amazon DeepDivers representing Amazon on the Radiant side, and $6 million Echo Slam representing Echo Global Logistics on the side of the Dire. And let's hop right into the draft.
5 seconds remain.
Darksea band coming out of DeepDivers, and a pretty fast Earthshaker band coming out of $6 million Echo Slam. So not reliving the TI5 moment themselves, banning out the Earthshaker, so not going to be able to get any Echo Slams off, unfortunately. Darksea is a hero we've been seeing quite a lot recently. He just seems very reliable. Like, you can, if you can't stay in the lane, then you just cut the creeps. If you can't cut the creeps, you just go to the jungle. So it's just like one of those heroes where like you're always gonna be able to get your farm. Bounty Hunter and Shadow Shaman bands, pretty stock standard stuff. Pretty strong heroes in the meta right now. Definitely first phase material picks. So yeah, nothing too crazy going on here so far.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Bit of a slow phase coming out. Alright, now a Viper ban coming out of Amazon DeepDivers. I feel like Viper's fallen off a lot since 7.21D came out. We don't see him too much anymore. And Ricky's a hero we don't see at all ever anymore. Even in pubs we barely see him. But when we do see him in pubs, it's some like level 25 Grandmaster Ricky player. So gonna open up with a Lion from Amazon DeepDivers. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I think it was another Amazon team that ran the mid Lion. Probably not Amazon DeepDivers, but Lion does have some flexibility. We very rarely see him in the mid lane. More of a meme factor to put him in the mid lane, but overall, a pretty strong hero right now. He does need a lot of farm though, that's why we normally see him position 4, but at the same time, a position 4 Lion feels kind of tough to run. If you fall behind early, you're just gonna have a horrible game. So probably gonna see this position 5 Lion where it's a little bit safer. Again, it does feel like you're gonna have a really rough game, but there's no onus on you to get ahead early on. Vengeful Spirit coming out of $6 million Echo Slam. It's a pretty staple hero right now. The swaps are great as a saving mechanism. You can always use that double swap as well, which is quite has a lot of utility. Maybe we'll see an agility based carry to get amped up by that Wave of Terror and Vengeance Aura. Actually, Lich gonna come out as well, so revealing the support duo early on. My thoughts on revealing the support duo early on is like, you probably shouldn't do it unless the other team's gonna do it. Just because it's a lot easier to pick a support that can counter a core.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
And like the alternative is like now your core picks can like really invalidate these support picks. So we're gonna see Juggernaut come out, and like while there's the swap to cancel spin TPs, the Venge and the Lich aren't gonna be able to do much against the Jug. They're just gonna get run down by him, and it's gonna be a pretty hard game for them. And this is exactly the problem of like revealing your support hand this early on.
10 seconds to pick. 5 seconds remain. Dire's ban.
Gonna see a Spectre ban coming out of Echo Global Logistics. And when you pick this Venge and Lich, you kind of want to play aggressive, right? Jug would actually be perfect for them, but obviously Jug is on the other side. Would say maybe a deny pick for coming out of Amazon DeepDivers, but Jug is just generally a pretty strong hero right now, so I don't mind seeing him picked up. So you're gonna ban the Spectre. to make sure that they're not gonna get disadvantaged if this game goes really late. Because Lion's not gonna be able to do anything. Actually, Lion does okay against Spectre, honestly. If you get, you can like Hex and Mana Drain the illusion away. Even with that multi-mana drain as well to help your team out. Just get rid of that Haunt.
Dire's ban.
TA ban as well. Veno ban coming out of Echo Global Logistics. That's kind of a little bit of an odd ban. We haven't been seeing Venomancer more prominently as a mid laner. Well, actually, the benefit of Venomancer is he can go into any lane and do well. But the hero has a lot of issues. He doesn't clear waves very quickly. All his damage comes out of like a very long duration.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
The TA ban coming out from Amazon DeepDivers. I feel like I would have rather seen this TA ban like in this last ban position, and then they can pick whatever mid they want. But instead, gonna ban TA out early. Axe ban as well. So the Tidehunter gonna come out against the Juggernaut, which I think this is not that great for the Tidehunter, to be honest. Sure, you can anchor smash the Juggernaut during Blade Fury and try and trade a little bit of damage. But the spin, once Juggernaut hits level 5, Tidehunter's gone. He just has to leave the lane. He can't lane against the Jug anymore.
5 seconds remain.
So I'm not sure how I feel about this Tidehunter pick. There is the Lich. Well, actually, probably gonna see Venge Tide as the dual off lane. Maybe we'll see that early pointing Gush that we often see Brax do. And on Tidehunter, I like it a lot because then it pairs with the Wave of Terror really well. You get the minus armor from the Wave of Terror, minus armor from the Gush, and Jug is gonna feel a lot of hurt early on. Maybe this Lion will be the one they go on because Jug is a lot harder to kill. And I'm not too sure about this. Let me do some fact checking. So Blade Fury applies a basic dispel. Vengeful Spirit, Wave of Terror is dispellable, basic dispel, and Gush is a basic dispel. So yeah, probably not gonna go on the Jug with this Gush Wave of Terror combo. Warlock gonna come out from Amazon DeepDivers. Not really sure. I feel like Warlock is just not a great hero right now. His mana costs are far too high for the laning phase. And then you can cast Shadow Word like 3 or 4 times and then you run out of mana, so it feels pretty miserable to be a Warlock player right now. So I'm not really sure what the point of this Warlock pick is. Maybe trying to match the team fight a little bit of the Tidehunter, but the Ravage is so much better than the Infernal Golem. But the benefit is this Warlock is coming from a support position, so gonna see that position 5 Warlock, that position 4 Lion, which I think makes a little bit more sense. Get farm on the Lion. Warlock does do well with farm, but he needs a lot of it. You need to get that Ags Refresher to be very high impact. So Echo Global Logistics probably gonna pick their carry now. I'm hoping to see some sort of Agi-centric carry. I think he's on the table still, so probably not Terrorblade because he doesn't want to get one shot by the Lion on a daily basis. I think Anti-Mage could still be quite good right now, but it's too early to pick Anti-Mage. Actually gonna pick Drow Ranger. I like this a lot. Drow Ranger is a pretty like a flavor of the month right now. Her agility went up by 10 at level 1. Her base damage went down by 10, but she got all that damage back, plus like the extra attack speed and armor and move speed. So she's a lot stronger at level 1 than she used to be. The benefit as well, and if you're this like second pick position, is that Drow can go in mid and safe lane. So these two heroes that get picked by Amazon DeepDivers both need to be, well, yeah, both need to be able to deal with the Drow Ranger. So a safe, an offlaner who can pressure the Drow Ranger hard. Axe is already banned, and then they need a mid who can also pressure the Drow Ranger hard. Because if Drow Ranger can get to level 6 with very little contestation, then like she just takes over the game. So this Amazon DeepDivers are in an interesting position in the draft. Wonder who they're gonna pick. The Lion doesn't help put on much aggression, unfortunately. It's not like a, say, like a Nyx Assassin or anything to put on pressure on the Drow Ranger.
Dire's ban.
So we see an Omni Knight who we don't see this hero very much actually. The Heavenly Grace, Repel got changed to Heavenly Grace, so instead of giving Magic Immunity, gives you a ton of status resistance and 28 strength, 20 regen. So I think Omni Knight is like a sleeper hero. We haven't seen him too much picked, but I'm sure there's like going to be a time and a place where Omni Knight is going to be in the meta every single game. He's just probably a few patches away from being that annoying offlaner he used to be. But I'm not sure how much pressure he's going to be able to put onto this Drow Ranger, because Omni Knight does really well against melee carries, where you can just spam that purification, but Drow doesn't give a shit. And Omni Knight and Lion don't inspire me with a lot of confidence with in terms of aggression. So kind of an interesting pick coming out of Amazon DeepDivers. They're going to ban the PA. Makes sense because PA plus Venge is pretty damn scary, and Echo Global Logistics going to ban out the Legion Commander, which is again a little bit odd. They've already revealed the Omni Knight, and Omni Knight is not the best mid laner. Normally see him in that offlane position. So Legion Commander can go mid, but not too common. Sniper gonna come out from Amazon DeepDivers, and a quick Storm pick to respond. So, oh yikes! Well, I gotta say, $6 million Echo Slam. The draft is looking a lot better. There's gonna be a lot of pressure on this Tidehunter as a front line though, and it's gonna have to take the harass from Sniper. But they have a natural... I guess Omni Knight is a pretty decent aura carrier. The team fight from Echo Global Logistics seems a lot easier than Amazon's. So I'm gonna have to favor them a little bit in terms of ease of execution. But maybe the Omni Knight is like... The Omni Knight is the wild card here, right? Like, I don't think... Actually, this is a sick Warlock set. Look at this guy. Dreamcaller? Hang on, let me... make sure I've got Showcase mode turned on, or the hotkey for Showcase mode. Here we go. We're gonna watch this Warlock because that looks sick. So the Omni Knight is really the X factor here. I haven't had that much experience against the new Omni Knight, so it's hard for me to say. But I do prefer $6 million Echo Slams lineup a little bit more. It just seems a little bit easier to execute. But let's introduce the teams. We got Wildebeest. Wait, oh, I don't have it. Wildebeest 561 on the Omni Knight. Smile on the Juggernaut. Dreamcaller on the Warlock. We got this Showcase mode. Oh, look at that sick set, dude. Whoa! Oh, well, there's a building. So no backface culling today. So we've got Debug This on the Lion and Anathorn on the Sniper. On the side of $6 million Echo Slam, we've got Prancing Pony on the Drow Ranger, Rixton on the Storm Spirit, Further Ninja on the Tidehunter, Quasi Sight on the Lich, and Fluffy Bunny on the Vengeful Spirit. So a bit of musical lanes happening already. I would much rather see the Lich Drow lane than... I'd rather see the Venge go with the Tidehunter and Tidehunter level Gush at level 1. But he's already put a point in Anchor Smash, so maybe this lane not going to be that effective. Early point in Magic Missile for the Vengeful Spirit as well. Yeah, it's hit or miss. It really depends. A lot of the times you see people hold on to the level 1 skill point, and it's like wait to see like what they need the most. Maybe they can turn around an early engagement with it. I see that early point in Thrust Armor for Lich as well. Gonna be a pretty passive bounty rune phase because just not being able to walk up that hill. And let's look at the blocks in mid lane. So Storm Spirit already missing his block, whereas Sniper gonna be able to get his an early point in the headshot. I like this a lot against the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's a pretty low range hero. Actually, it's like decent range, 480. It's pretty low. But Storm Spirit already going to be at a huge disadvantage. His creeps, Sniper's creeps are already on top of the hill. So if Storm Spirit, he does manage to pull the aggro away. But yeah, Storm Spirit has to go for uphill attacks if he wants to go for these last hits. A Sniper will deny the range creep. So Sniper already level 2, gets an early point of shrapnel to harass this Storm Spirit. Top lane, probably not too much going to happen here. Going to be a lot of healing to melee. Omni Knight doesn't really do that well against range heroes. He can definitely sustain himself, but won't be able to get any kills, especially with this Warlock. Warlock doesn't provide anything for the lockdown. So actually going to be Lion at bot. I guess this makes a little bit more sense because you got the Impale and Hex. And it should give you a little bit more kill opportunity with Juggernaut, but I would like to see Lion be the one who gets the farm and not the Warlock. I think Warlock as a position for his... it's too hit or miss. Oh, nice last hitting by the Sniper. Actually, Storm Spirit's doing pretty well, but he's half HP now. He's only got 1 tango left. Might have to ferry himself out another salve at this rate. Taking a lot of hurt from the Sniper. Sniper almost level C. We'll see if he puts his next point in. He's used most of his shrapnel charges already, so maybe we'll see a point in take aim or headshot. Alright, another point in the headshot. Just trying to get that extra damage. It's double the damage on the headshot. It's quite nice. Lion pulling the creeps. So Tidehunter gonna try and interrupt this. Nice Impale. We'll secure him the creep. Oh, and Tidehunter used the Anchor Smash, didn't even get the creep. They should really pressure this Lion a bit more. The Lich can definitely 1v1 the Lion. Vengeful Spirit getting really low. He's gonna go down if there's another hit onto the Venge, and the Fatal Bonds will finish off the Vengeful Spirit. Just really not expecting this. Venge not even controlling her illusion, but it's just level 1, or level 2, so comes back pretty quickly. Just AFK in base, apparently. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Gets an early boot. And we'll finally TP out to the tier 2 tower. Again, not really sure what's going on here. So I wonder how many Wraith Bands we'll see come out of Drought Ranger. We normally see like 3 or 4, just because she benefits so much from the agility. Gets 80% extra attack speed for each point of agility she has, which is pretty nuts actually. Sniper with 2 points in the shrapnel, so no points in the take aim yet. And I gotta say, this is not looking too bad for the Storm actually. He's doing okay, actually even in last hits, a bit behind in deny, so Sniper will have a bit of an XP advantage, but not too much. There's a regen rune at bot. Storm doesn't have a bottle yet, but if you could get it, that'd be pretty nice. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much until he gets level 6 though. But regen rune is gone now. It's going to be a haste on the Storm Spirit. We'll see what he can look to do with this. It'll be pretty hard to run up to the Sniper, but we'll see what he can do. Yeah, decides not to dive the Sniper. Makes a lot of sense. It's kind of risky. No points in Electric Vortex. We've actually been seeing like 113 coming out of the Storm Spirit recently. That Electric Vortex no longer slows you, and it's just a nice way to get an extra Overload proc early on. And Overload is where the majority of Storm Spirit's damage comes from. So a little bit out there. Sniper with a level advantage right now. Gonna try and get more headshots onto the Storm Spirit. Gets another headshot, and the Storm Spirit, he's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna take one more hit to go down, but is able to go under the tower. No points in take aim yet from the Sniper. 5-minute bounty runes are coming up. It's gonna be 1 for 1 at top, and looks like Tidehunter's going to be able to get both at bot. So 3 bounty runes going the way of $6 million Echo Slam. The Vengeful Spirit is in a little bit of trouble. The Sniper's just going to finish her off. So nice pick up for the Sniper. Actually, the Shadow Word finishes off the Vengeful Spirit, so probably not worth it anymore for the Sniper. Storm Spirit is halfway to level 6, so once he gets level 6, the Sniper's lane is going to get a lot harder. But at the same time, this 3 points in headshot will help the Sniper be able to just man up on the Storm Spirit. Maybe just I think if the Sniper's on like lower HP, which doesn't look like it's going to be the case, right? Because he's staying pretty far back behind. He's actually untouched right now. The Lich will go down eventually at the bot lane to a spin and a Lion combo. So 2 points in the Hex actually. We don't very rarely see this one. You want to max the Earth Spike first because it gives you the damage. The Hex duration doesn't scale that well with levels. The cooldown does scale well, but a lot of the times you only really need 1 point in Hex.
Will break.
Heavenly Grace got to come out onto Omni. So he's maxing Heavenly Grace first, understanding that he's not going to be able to pressure this Drow Ranger with Purifications, but the problem with this build is now you can't spam Purification to farm waves, so a bit of a double-edged sword for the Omni Knight, but we'll see if it works out. He can also just like TP into a lane where the Storm's diving and Heavenly Grace someone to protect them. Storm now level 6, Sniper also level 6. We'll see if anyone tries to make anything happen. There's an Illusion rune at top, which is the worst rune for Storm Spirit, and also no Observer wards to check. You should probably walk over and just have a quick peek to see if it's there. Sniper now pushing in the lane, and he can grab the rune now for himself. So looks to see if he's gonna. No, he's just gonna go straight to farming Ancients. No one's stacking Ancients for the Drow yet. Very unfortunate. She's level 5, so doing pretty well. Not being pressured too hard. The Storm Spirit will pick up the Illusion rune, but not much that he can do with it. It's an Illusion rune on Storm. It's not that good. Vengeful Spirit will go down again. I'm not really seeing like how this Vengeful Spirit is going down. Getting Fatal Bonded, I guess. Like, I'm so confused. Alright, another Fatal Bond onto the Drow. She is taking quite a bit of harass from this. The 2 points in Fatal Bonds already, but it doesn't increase the amount of damage you share, it just increases the targets. The another Shadow Word onto the Vengeful Spirit. And yeah, just spamming out that Heavenly Grace. Gonna get a second Bracer. Storm Spirit gonna zip forward onto the Sniper. Hasn't activated his Illusion rune yet. He activates it now. Sniper, he's in a lot of danger. Another zip forward, and he's gonna go down to the Storm Spirit by himself. So we kind of expected this to happen, and a regen rune spawns for the Storm Spirit. He can head top and kill whoever he wants. Actually, he can kill the Omni Knight if he so chooses. Maybe the go bot lane instead, and hopefully Warlock sees that the. Oh, actually, that's pretty huge. He's got the Fatal Bonds onto the Storm Spirit, so we'll cancel the regen rune. Very unfortunate for the Storm Spirit. Drow still has no Ancient stacks to take, so she's almost level 5. Once she gets it, just retreat to the jungle a bit, give the lane to Venge or to Lich to get some experience, and then just be a little bit more efficient on the farming for the team. And Storm's back on full mana. He can go for the Sniper again if the Sniper steps too far forward. The Omni Knight is now here to back up the Sniper, but now this Omni Knight's not farming. There's no one at top, so they can take this. They can pressure this tower. I don't like this build at all from the Vengeful Spirit. Magic Missile doesn't scale very well. You should just level these other 2 spells that do way better.
Radiant's top tower is being
the damage is not that important for the Magic Missile. The Courier, is it going to go down? It's pretty tanky. One more hit, and the Courier is on like 13 HP, so unable to take it out. The Lion's in a lot of trouble, gets feed back. That was a really short Sinister Gaze, but now the Jug is here. He's going to spin in, might be able to take out this Lich. Lich is a pretty fast hero. The Omni Slash comes out, bounces back onto the Tidehunter, so unable to split up in time. The Storm Spirit's here now. There's no more Blade Fury, so this Jug, he's in a lot of trouble. We're going to see a zip forward for the Storm, not zipping far enough. Electric Vortex comes out, there's another spin, and now the Tidehunter will go down. The Jug getting pretty low, isn't going to be able to TP out, so now the Storm Spirit will get the kill onto the Juggernaut, which is a pretty big pickup for him. And he picks up the bounty rune as well, so going to be 3 bounty runes going the way of team of $6 million Echo Slam. Wave of Terror comes out, but reduced duration from thanks to the Heavenly Grace. Gonna run forward and isn't able to get a purification at point blank. And Drought Range is level 6 now, so hopefully Venge goes to stack some camps. I'm not seeing any stacks yet, so a little bit of inefficiency coming out of a $6 million Echo Slam. But the Storm's off to a great start, so hopefully he can keep his team in the game, because Tidehunter is doing okay, but I'm not sure what he's going to go for. He's actually going for this Phase Boots Soul Ring build, and a Blightstone picked up. I kind of wanted to see Storm Spirit, Tidehunter go for that like Aura build. You get the Crimson Guard would be pretty sick this game against the Omni Slash, and maybe a Greaves as well to help his team out. Gush onto the Lion. He's going to feel some pressure, but going to be okay. Just hexes the Tidehunter. Storm's at top now, so we'll see if he's going to be able to go on this Warlock. Warlock reveals himself. They can just dive him if he wants, but they do spot out the Storm Spirit. Sniper's in here now. He's just going to zip out. A little bit of wasted mana, but we'll be safe. The Jug is mid now. He's going to pressure the mid tower. Storm's coming back in, but so there's nothing the Jug can do about it. And meanwhile, Lich is coming top, so a lot of musical lanes going on. Drow, she's in a little bit of trouble, has no points in the silence yet, and gonna get assassinated, it seems. Just gonna go down, and yikes. Venge took a pretty big chunk of damage from that. Juggernaut gonna spin on top of the Storm Spirit, but this is really bad for the Juggernaut actually, because Storm can just come in with a zip now. Gonna go for that Kaya first, makes a lot of sense. Lich just gonna feed his life boy. 2 points in the degen aura, so 18% movement slow. Though Lich is normally a pretty fast hero, he just goes down. And nice early rotations from the sniper. Gonna take out this tier 1 tower, helping out his offlaner a little bit. Omni Knight also gonna go for that Phase Soul Ring combo. Storm Spirit's up here now. Magic Missile onto the Warlock. Warlock will go down straight away, but Storm Spirit, he's getting pretty low. Another Static Remnant will finish him off. There's no Assassinate on this from the Sniper onto the Storm Spirit yet, and the Sniper is in a lot of trouble. Storm Spirit's out of they don't spot him. He manages to juke them into the trees. There's no Wave of Terror to spot them out, and they don't have Electric Vortex or Magic Missile to stop him from TPing out. So I feel like they should have gone for the Sniper there, because I guess Warlock did have the Chaos Golem, so I guess it's fine. It makes a lot of sense that they went for the Warlock first, who could have really turned that fight around with the Chaos Golem. Jug gonna go for a Battle Fury. Needs to keep up with the farm of Drow Ranger, but Drow Ranger's not going into the jungle. She doesn't have any stacks to farm, so isn't gonna have that explosive acceleration that we normally see out of Drow Rangers. Mid lane, the Storm gonna zip in. Jug used his spin to farm, and now the zip forward from the Storm Spirit, pressuring the Jug a fair amount. Gonna have to drop the healing ward now. What's this Tidehunter gonna go for? I want to see him go for the Aura builds, but he's picked up a Blightstone, so a bit confusing up here. Another Frost Arrows onto the Omni Knight. Frost Arrows last for 0.6 seconds. Oh, no, 0.75. So pretty slow, pretty short, slow duration. Tidehunter gonna run in, misses the Anchor Smash completely on the Lion. Lion's got level 6 now, so he should look to smoke up and find a kill on this Drow Ranger. Or even the Storm Spirit, better yet. Storm is not that tanky right now. He's got an Invis rune, but there's only one target at bot. Maybe Tidehunter should try and force another rotation to come out so the Storm gets a little bit more value out of this. I feel like that's probably the way to go. This Lion's just in the dead lane now. Gonna go get jumped on. The Hex comes out onto the Tidehunter, so nothing to stop the Storm Spirit. But I don't know if this rotation is worth it. Jug's pressuring this mid lane pretty hard. He's going to end up taking the tower because of it. And Storm's not there to help defend it.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Gyro Ranger gonna go onto the Omni Knight. Omni Knight's pretty slowed down. Gets stunned during the Heavenly Grace, so the stun's not gonna last that long. Bit of a misplay from the Vengeful Spirit. Gonna use the Shrine to get some more mana. And Bounty Runes up. Looks like it's gonna be 2 for 2. Lion's heading back bot to the dead lane. This is just position 5 things. Just stay in the lane where just try and get as much experience as possible in the dead lane, and hope that your team can make moves elsewhere. Interesting, he went for a 2-2-2 build. This is a very odd build for the Lion. Assassinate comes out onto the Storm Spirit, just gonna harass him a little bit. It's going for an Orchid next. It makes sense against the Jug to silence him so he can't Blade Fury out the Jug. Well on his way to a Manta Star, already has a Battle Fury complete. 15 minutes into the game, plus 700 gold. So this Jug is doing pretty well. Not much has happened to slow him down. I guess other than this Orchid, not much to stop him.
Dire's middle tower
Just gonna see some farming going on here. Drow did take out the Ancients finally. It has a Morbid Mask, which is a little bit odd. We don't normally see it too often. Sometimes you do see Mask of Madness. I don't think you can Frost Arrows though during Mask of Madness, so it's pretty problematic.
Regeneration.
Jug is super farmed. I mean, so is the Storm Spirit, but Jug does so much more with Storm. A lot of the times with these mid int heroes, they kind of just hit a wall where they're really strong for maybe the first 30 minutes of the game, and then they just hit this brick wall where it's really hard to be effective. It doesn't swap in the Oblivion Staff after using the Clarity, so bit of inefficiency there.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Sure, gonna go for this bot tower now. Should be able to get it. There's no one looking to defend this. Should be a pretty free tower. So top lane, we'll see if Omni Knight's going for a Radiance first. He's feeling pretty brave this game. His team doesn't need the auras as much as the side of $6 million Echo Slam do. The Drow is pretty squishy, so you need someone to buy items to help take her up. The Sniper is pretty squishy too, but gonna be on the back lines and out of sight. Way bigger attack range than the Drow Ranger, but only has 1 point in the take aim right now. Actually, that is pretty normal. You want to max these two first for the big damage output. Storm Spirit zips in. He doesn't have that much mana left. Gonna do a defensive zip, and now he's completely out of mana, so they can't fight here if they want to. Oh no, they must know that he's out of mana. Chaos Golem goes down, the Hex onto the Storm Spirit, and then Pei will follow up. He's completely out of mana. It's Finger of Death, and he goes down. So nice kill for the Lion. Uses the Omni Slash as well, but they probably needed it, so I'm not gonna flame too hard there. They're gonna trade T2 for T2 towers on the other side of the map. But they lost the Storm Spirit, and that's huge. Storm is a very snowbally hero. He can't fall behind. Almost has his Orchid, about 1,000 gold away from his Orchid. See what Drow wants to go for. Gonna go for a Dragon Lance. Another item that doesn't really help her fight. And only 1 point in the silence so far. They just haven't been stacking for this Gyro Ranger, which is kind of unfortunate. Medallion done on the Tired Hunter, so interesting stuff. We're looking to buff up the Storm Spirit or Drow Ranger with the Medallion. Oh, this is super odd. I don't know about this. Sniper gets pinged out, but he's kind of too far away for anyone to follow in. Long range zip from the Storm Spirit comes in, actually going to take out the Sniper. Ravage goes out, a little bit unnecessary, but secures the kill on the Sniper. That's all that matters. So nice long range zip from the Storm Spirit, conserving his mana so to make sure he can actually get in. And he's almost got the Orchid now, just the recipe away. 500 gold. Lion has a Void Stone, so gonna go for an there's a few question marks here. A Yules or an Aetherland? If he wanted to go for Aetherland, he probably should have gone Arcane Boots. little bit odd. Also, the skill build is really nuts. Like, it's like, don't want to devote myself to one ability. Let's max all of them at the same time. So, Bounty Rune's coming up for the 20-minute mark. Going to be 2 for 2. So, we'll see. Oh, Arcane Rune for the Storm Spirit. If you just heal up a little bit of mana, he's almost got his Orchid as well. So, maybe he should wait a little bit. But, pop the Arcane Rune really early, which is probably not that great. Because now, he has to use it now instead of when he finds a good opportunity. Probably could have kept that the Arcane Rune for a bit longer. Drow almost done with her Dragonlance. So, you're gonna keep farming. Jug almost has his Orchid, so we'll be able to get out of any, almost has his Manta, so we'll be able to get out of any Orchid initiations from the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's Orchid is on the way now, but there's no one at bot, and he reveals it by showing himself. Drow Ranger gonna be able to TP out. There's no Blind Impale happening here, and they see the dust of her TP leave. So, gonna be a slow farm fest. Vlad's outdone on the Tide Hunter. I like this a lot. Hopefully we'll see the Crimson Guard next. What's Sniper going for? Sniper actually went for a Midas. I haven't seen Sniper's items for a while. He's got a Maelstrom now. Gonna go for an MKB next, which is kind of interesting. I feel like he should just go for a BKB at this point. He does more than enough damage to both the Storm and the Drow with just the Maelstrom alone. So, just being able to stay alive and dish out that damage would probably be better than the MKB. We're going to see a fight go out here. So, Tide Hunter he has Ravage again. So, the Dispel happens. He drops the Ravage onto 2 heroes. The Storm Spirit long range zips it, takes out the line instantly, but no one's going for the Sniper. The Sniper's been able to freely hit the enemy team the whole time. The Sniper takes out the Storm Spirit, and the Tide Hunter goes down too. Sniper gets another kill onto the Vengeful Spirit, and Drow's in a lot of trouble now. She's getting run down. She will eventually go down. No defensive items to save herself. The Assassinate onto the Lich, not going to take her out. Actually, Assassinate onto the Drow Ranger will finish her off. So 4 for 1 from the side of fuck. I completely zoned out on the team names again. This happens a lot when I don't have the team names up. This is Amazon DeepDivers, yes. Okay. The Radiant's almost done on Omni Knight as well, so gonna have to deal with that mischance. Still don't know how I feel about this Radiance. It's like, it's okay. There are better items. But why not? He's able to get it. Jug has his meta style done. Sniper is pretty close to a MKB. Actually, still a full Demon Edge away. 2,000 gold. But was able to dish out so much damage. The Storm zipped past the Sniper and killed the Lion, which is fine, I guess. But then had no mana left to go for the Sniper and just went down. Storm doesn't have that much mana yet. Finally going to go for a Bloodstone, but he's going to get it quite a while from now. Warlock with a completed Glimmer Cape. So this Lion has been the one who's buying wards. Zip forward from the Storm onto the Juggernaut. Juggernaut getting pretty low. He will go down to the Orchid, but Storm, he's in a lot of trouble. He doesn't get fingered. Unfortunate. No, that Lion didn't use his Finger of Death. They would have killed him for sure. Oh no. Lion being a little bit tepid on the Finger of Death. Should have just gone for it. But probably didn't think they could get the kill. Omni Knight showed up quite late with the Purification. Not believing in his teammates. Jug with a full Manta style complete now. We'll see what he wants to go for next. If he goes for a Storm getting a kill onto the Omni Knight. Probably silenced him again. Just killed him. We'll see if Jug wants to go for like a Butterfly. Seems like an okay play. He could also go for a BKB as well, just get that extra magic immunity. He seems like his damage is fine. There's not much, like, the side of $6 million Echo Slam is not that, they're not that tanky, so he doesn't need to invest too much into damage. You just should invest in trying to stay alive. So BKB could be a way to do it. You can just ignore that Storm Spirit and the Frost Arrows and the Ravage without having to burn Blade Fury. Blade Fury before, use the BKB after, and the Blade Fury should almost be back up by then as well. That's another play you can do. Sniper almost got his Demon Edge halfway there, and his damage output's gonna skyrocket. But again, it's gonna be pretty tough if he gets jumped on. He doesn't have any defensive options. They're relying on this Omni Knight to protect him, and Omni Knight's been doing an okay job at protecting his teammates so far. So maybe not thinking that he needs to be defensive. Manta Style almost done on the Drow Ranger. I don't know how much Manta Style is gonna help here. I kind of feel like she should have gone for like a Shadow Blade and tried to position herself better. Maybe get a surprise silence on the Juggernaut, but Jug does have Manta. The Chain Frost comes out onto Illusions. What a waste of a Chain Frost. I hope the Jug saw that, because if I was the Jug, I would have tipped the Lich for that. Oh, Orchid onto the Lion. Lion's getting pretty low. He will go down to the Soul Burn. So, killing spree on the Storm Spirit. He is doing pretty well, 7, 2, and 3. But his team is in a lot of trouble. Bloodstone now done. What's this Tidehunter gonna go for next? He has money for a blink if he wants to get it. But against this Radiance, it's gonna be pretty tough to blink into it. Gonna go for an Ultimate Orb. So looking to finish off the Solar Crest. Monkey King Bar now done on the Sniper, so hopefully he goes for something defensive now. For some reason he's got a Raindrop in his inventory instead of the MKB, so that's a big question. Finally puts the MKB in. Don't know how much a Raindrop is going to help. It only blocks like one Overload hit, and Storm has a lot of spells. Only 120 damage. He used to block 250, which is pretty obscene. Alright, bot lane looks like $6 million Echo Slam are gonna go for a smoke. We'll see who they can find. Tidehunter didn't buy a Blink Dagger, so they're just gonna rely on this Storm to initiate. Jug, it does have. He used his Manta Style already, so they can just run at him. They do have the. They didn't see him. It's nighttime. So a little bit unfortunate there. Bit of a wasted smoke gank. Meanwhile, the side of Amazon, they're just farming. Omni Knight almost has his Radiance. Arcane Rune on the Storm Spirit. He's still smoked up, so not much vision on the side of $6 million Echo Slams. Zip forward by the Storm. Still doesn't see anyone. And they're just farming. Yeah, this is a big problem with smoking without having any vision. Venge should drop a ward for the next time they want to go in this area. Jug just split pushing at top. Gonna go for a Skadi, an item to help him keep him alive. I like this a lot. And gonna go for this mid T1 tower, primarily from the side of team $6 million Echo Slam. If they saw that Storm left, they can definitely turn this around, but it's too late. The tower's gonna go down anyway. Venge is in a lot of trouble though, and gonna go down, gets headshot, assassinate, and taken out. So it's a sad time to be Avenge. But that's a lot of their save gone. Venge is the only one who can save. There's the counter initiation for the Ravage, but you don't always want to use that in a counter initiation fashion. Solar Crest now done on the Tidehunter. He's just AFKing here for some reason. Very confusing stuff. And Amazon DeepDivers, they're gonna go for the Roshan. And there doesn't seem like $6 million Echo Slam know about this at all? So it's going to be a pretty free Roshan. Going to put it on the Juggernaut. Oh, they give it to the Sniper. Yeah, okay, this makes a lot of sense as well. They can just siege the tower from the low ground and have everyone stand behind the Sniper. And if they jump the Sniper, they're going to have to go in pretty deep for it, even if Sniper's on the front line of their team. Gonna see a pretty aggressive zip forward from the Storm Spirit. Gonna go 2 for 2 bounty runes at the 30-minute mark. A 6k gold advantage for the side of Amazon, but I feel like they're a lot farther ahead than the net worth seems. They've taken out most of the towers, just the bot towers left. And they have the Aegis as well, so they can definitely take... Oh, Omni Knight, he's just running at the Vengeful Spirit, and Sinister Gaze cancelled pretty quickly. Drums! Omni Knight finally going back for the drums. Probably could have seen this one a bit earlier, but it's fine. He managed to get the Radiance at a pretty decent time. Jug is so far ahead. He's got a full Scuddy complete with buyback in 80 gold, so we'll get it after this wave. And yeah, I mean, they should make something happen with this Aegis, right? Sniper's almost got BKB. It will be pretty nice when he comes back to have the BKB. Glimmer Cape will save the Warlock from the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit not bringing any detection with him. Very unfortunate. He's got 4k gold, so he's almost got a BKB. And there's not much on the side of team from Amazon to stop him. Omni Knight will go down to the Drow Ranger, so it just gets run down with the Frost Arrows.
First, you have to earn it.
And Sniper's almost done with the BKB, so once they get this, they're going to look to push. It looks like they're also going to push this bot lane, try and get these last 2 out of towers, and then try and use the remainder of the Aegis to chip away at the tier 3. This is pretty standard stuff for the first Aegis. Most of the time, it's pretty hard to end the game on the first Aegis unless you're really far ahead. So most of the time, the goal of the first Aegis is to take out a T3 tower, which opens up the shrines for your team, and then you can take the next Roche a lot easier, because if you take out this shrine, there's no access points for the enemy team to get into the Roche fight, so they either need to already be there or they're gonna lose the Roche. So I like the movements from zip forward from the Storm Spirit, but there's no BKB yet on the Sniper. The Ravage comes out. The Storm Spirit is still on a rampage in the back lines. Omni Slash onto the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's getting low, but the Sniper will end up going down. The Jug is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna take out the Lich before he goes down, but he's gonna go down to the Drow Ranger. The Omni Knight gets silenced. He wasn't there for the fight. Complete disaster for the side of Amazon. Just not getting the BKB on the Sniper in time. Omni Knight wasn't anywhere close by. And a 5-for-1 wipe. Nice Ravage from the Tidehunter. He just walked forward as well. He didn't have a Blink Dagger, so they literally let him walk forward and use the Ravage. Nothing to stop him. And the BKB reveal from the Storm Spirit doing a lot of work as well.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Gonna take this mid T2 tower, and they lost the Aegis for that in that fight as well for the side of Amazon DeepDivers, so they're gonna feel a lot of pressure in this mid lane. Storm pushing in bot as well. Bot's a lot lower than mid, so maybe you should just go back for that tower, but gonna try and get both at the same time. Make sure they can get at least one. So 2 going for bot. They're gonna get this mid T3 tower. Gonna go for the range racks as well. I like this a lot, because that way the building damage doesn't regenerate. They do manage to finish it off. The waves will be pushing in. The Tidehunter's gonna go down in exchange, but he doesn't have Ravage anyway, so it's not a big loss. By the time he respawns, he'll have Ravage. 50 seconds on the sidelines. And now Amazon, no, sorry, $6 million Echo Slam. They can go for the shrines. Take out this shrine up here. Be pretty big. Oh, this Observer Ward is on the low ground. It's like an Observer Sentry combo. That's not very good at all. You just need to put it like 1 pixel south, and then we'll be able to see up the high ground as well. Level 20 on Sniper, that Assassinate talent. Sniper gets dove on by the Storm Spirit. He has BKB now, so we'll be able to man fight. But the Storm Spirit is just outlast hits him. No, out right clicks him. And easy solo kill for the Storm Spirit. And Sniper doesn't have buyback anymore. They're in a lot of trouble on the side of Team Amazon now. What happened? Sniper had buyback in that last life, and he died again. No longer has buyback. Actually, no, he didn't have buyback at all before as well. So 35-minute bounty runes are spawning. No one's gonna go for bot. Chain Frost comes out, but onto the Lion. Lion's gonna go down. Omni Slash will finish off the Lich, but there's no follow-up. The Drow Ranger will miss the silence on the Jug, and the Jug is gonna go on top of the Drow Ranger. The Drow Ranger's dead. Ravage comes out on the back lines, or in the middle of the fight, just on the Omni Knight alone. The Storm Spirit now still has a ton of mana left. It's gonna go for this Jug. The Chaos Golem goes down, so the bench is gonna get really low. It looks like $6 million Echo Slam has sounded the retreat. Jug is gonna go down as well, but Storm Spirit's out of there. He's level 25 now, on his way to a Hex. But the Jug manages to get an Ultra kill. He's almost got a Butterfly. Actually, he has the money for a Butterfly now. Jeez. But it's gonna be super hard to push into the side of $6 million Echo Slam now. The Storm Spirit with the level 25 talent Auto Remnant is going to be pretty good at pushing out the waves. Oh, Sniper used his BKB out of fear. He didn't check the Storm Spirit's mana. Didn't notice that Storm Spirit only had 200 mana left. So big mistake from the Sniper. I'd love to see the Storm Spirit go for Boots of Travel actually, because then he can always rock up to the fights with full mana. Lich gonna go for an Ags. He's actually pretty close, only one component away. But the Jug has a Butterfly now. Got that Ultra kill earlier. Zip forward from the Storm Spirit. Sniper no longer has his BKB. He wasted it earlier in the jungle, so he's gonna go down pretty quickly. Omni Knight as well, gonna go down, but Storm backs out. Little bit confusing. Maybe his BKB ran out, so didn't want to get caught out by the Sniper. Chain Frost comes out from the Lich again onto creeps. Again, a very confusing ulti from the Lich. But the Sniper goes down again. He's died back to back 3 times now and hasn't received much farm recently. Sniper, he's kind of hit a brick wall at this point. They need a way to stop this Soul Spirit during BKB, but they don't have anything to stop that. Just gonna leave the camera on Storm for a little bit, because gonna watch him do his flashy things. 75 mana regen per second. There's also this Bloodstone passive. It's going to be pretty hard to take down. Long range dip onto this Warlock. The Warlock's going to go down. Godlike on the Storm Spirit. Nice. Oh, they spotted this Warlock de-warding the Sentry Ward. So then Storm knew that someone was there. He just zipped in with no vision. That was pretty cool. And yeah, Storm could just do a long range zip here and clear the creep wave. It's going to be really hard to push into them now. Omni Slash onto the Lich. Just a casual Omni Slash, kind of a waste I think, but they needed to get out the kill really quickly, otherwise Storm would have jumped in. So, does make sense. Magic Missile onto the Omni Knight, gets during the Heavenly Grace, but Omni Knight, he's getting really low, will Guardian Angel, but goes down to the Gush afterwards. The Tide Hunter does go down to the Sniper. Sniper manning up on the Drow Ranger, gonna take out the Drow Ranger by himself as well. Nice Assassinate cast time. The Vengeful Spirit in a lot of trouble as well. Glimmer Cape runs out, and she's gonna die to the Sniper as well. So 4 down on the side of $6 million Echo Slam. The Sniper just pummeling into them. This is what happens when Sniper actually can do damage. He went for this Glass Cannon build, but this time used his BKB effectively. Not using the Midas on that last creep. Shake my head. I'm gonna go for a Silver Edge now. Should help a bit against the Kraken Shell, against the marksmanship as well. And just a nice way to help him reposition himself. If Storm doesn't bring detection, Storm is 6 slotted. Maybe you can pick up like a Kaya, Sanj, would probably be the last item for Storm Spirit. So he's not going to have any detection. If he jumps the Sniper in the back lines and doesn't bring any detection with him, Sniper can just Shadow Blade out. So I like this a lot from the Sniper. In the late game, getting detection is actually a lot harder than you think it is. Almost has a Silver Edge as well. Maybe should save for buyback. He's 300 gold away. Omni Knight finally gonna go back for the mech. Hope to see him get Greaves. The Tide Hunter is completely stagnated. He did get a Blink Dagger recently. Zip forward from the Storm, checks that Roche is up.
The time.
And 40-minute bounty runes are happening now, so zip forward from the Storm Spirit, hexes the Omni Knight, silences him too. He's pretty tanky though. He will go down to the Soul Burn, a wasted Ravage from the Juggernaut. Jug doesn't have Omni Slash yet. The Sniper dealing so much damage. He's in the back lines now, dealing with the Storm. Storm has to run, and Storm, he's in a lot of trouble. The Tide Hunter will go down. They have vision to go for this Storm. He will use the Shrine. Eventually, the Vengeful Spirit's gonna go down as well. And the Sniper, he's gonna get hexed by the Storm Spirit. Gonna go down beyond Godlike for the Storm Spirit. He can zip out one more time, but he's gonna go down to the Juggernaut before he's able to get out of the Hex. So the max level Hex from the Lion doing a lot of work. Buyback from the Storm Spirit. Trying to prevent this Roche from being taken. But now Sniper can buy back. Zip forward from the Storm again. Gets hexed by the Lion. Earth Spike, but there's no follow-up.
I'm over here.
It looks like the side of $6 million extent. They can take this Roche if they want to. They can force the Sniper to buy back, but they don't have any wards on the enemy side of the river. Venge needs to drop a ward here right now, and they're gonna go for this. No Whiff of Terror to help out the Drow. Alright, there you go. Still not dropping a ward on the high ground. This is really problematic. Spy back from the Sniper now. He can drop a Shrapnel into the Roche Pit and just start to scare them off. This is really scary for the side of... oh, he's got level 25 with the 6 Shrapnel charges. Storm Spirit zips in, but he doesn't have any detection. The Storm Spirit, the Sniper is going to be able to make it out just fine. The Lich is in a lot of trouble, going to go down. The Drow Ranger also in a bit of trouble as well, but going to be okay. Zip forward from the Storm Spirit. Tide Hunter's back, but he doesn't have Ravage, so he's not going to be that great of a hero. The Sentry goes down on to de-ward the Sentry from the other side. And yet the Shadow Blade paying off already for the Sniper. He bolt back. It would have been a complete disaster if he died back there. But able to use the Shadow Blade to protect himself. Storm with no items left to build. Actually just upgrading what he currently has. Storm with an aggressive zip forward. Isn't going to get caught out by a Lion. Lion is not going to get close to a blink anytime soon. He has a 4-staff and an Aether Lens. So should be okay in terms of being able to catch. So full Bloodthorn complete on the Storm Spirit now. Will be able to blow up any target he sees fit, but it's hard. The Jug can just Manta Style out of it. The Sniper can just use his Shadow Blade. The Omni Knight doesn't really care too much. He's pretty tanky. Even if he dies for the team, right? Like Storm has to use a majority of his mana to get these kills. The Drow Ranger, we haven't really felt her impact too much in these team fights. Unlike the Sniper, she hasn't had an opportunity to just like sit there and hit people. So maybe the Ravage can go big. Jug Illusion's gonna scout where the enemy team is, so I like this a lot. And Roche is healing up. He's back up to half HP. And it looks like... I mean, there's no vision on the side of $6 million Echo Slam. They didn't see them go into the Roche Pit, but it's gonna be okay. The Bloodthorn onto the Illusion was a bit weird. Jug's going in now. They don't see this at all. Right in front of their noses. And Amazon, are they gonna get the Roche? They're gonna get the Roche for free! This is a complete disaster. What is this Vengeful Spirit doing? She could have dropped a bunch of wards earlier to help them spot this, but instead, Sniper will get the Aegis again. And now, the Sniper's gonna be really hard to take down. He's got the BKB, Silver Edge. He can always save his BKB for the second life. Let Storm use a bunch of his mana in the first life, and then use the BKB in the second life to man-fight the Storm Spirit. And $6 million Echo Slam, they're in quite a bit of trouble, but the Remnants come out and instantly clears the creep wave, TP back from the Storm Spirit. It's going to be super difficult to push into this. They need to almost push in 2 lanes at once, but not. That's pretty dangerous as well. There's a DD at bot rune, so that could be a pretty big game changer for the Sniper or the Jug. Storm Spirit zips in, gets the Hex onto the Sniper. He's gonna go down pretty quickly. First life is gone. Hex onto the Storm Spirit. But this Sniper, he's gonna have the BKB and Shadow Blade out of here. But now the side of $6 million Ecosystem, do they overextend? The Drow Ranger feeling a lot of pressure from the shrapnels, gets assassinated but not going to go down. Sniper only has 2 shrapnel charges left. And Storm, he can't TP right now, so he can't do that long range zip TP play. But looks like the side of Amazon, they're going to back off, pick up the bounty runes, maybe get this double damage at bot. Zip forward, Hex onto the Sniper. Sniper's going to die back! I guess this sport is paying off. Look at that.
I'll take that as tribute. The time.
They do see the DD at bot now. Gonna try and save it for the Jug. Maybe Jug's on the other side of the map. Jug has boosted travel level 2 now, so we'll be able to make it to every fight. He could TP to the shrine and grab the double damage. It looks like Lion's just gonna grab it to make sure that they don't get it. Sniper's still down for 90 seconds, 95 seconds. So this is looking pretty rough for the side of Amazon DeepDivers. They're gonna really struggle to defend this. Storm's going ham this game. Alright, so the range Rax is already down, so this should be a really fast melee Rax kill. Heavenly Grace onto the Juggernaut. Zip forward from the Storm Spirit, gets the Hex onto the Omni Slash. 4-man Ravage comes out from the Tidehunter. Guardian Angel comes out just in time to save the Omni Knight. And the Omni Slash will kill the Tidehunter and the Vengeful Spirit. So they're going to sound the retreat from the side of $6 million Echo Slam. The Drow in a lot of trouble though. Not going to be able to make it out of this fight. Drow going to go down. But the Storm Spirit did make it out. Storm's the one who doesn't have buyback. So they're in a lot of trouble if the Storm goes down. Tidehunter doesn't have buyback either, but he doesn't have Ravage. But it was a nice 4-man Ravage, but they just didn't have the damage to follow it up. I just don't think Drow did enough damage there. Moonshard also done on the Juggernaut. So the Juggernaut, he is jacked up. 35,000 net worth. Another long range zip, insta clearing the creep waves. So at this point, the Jug just needs to get strong enough to take it through backdoor protection, which he is able to do if he focuses it. Zip forward from the Storm Spirit, the Heavenly Grace onto the Juggernaut. It's going to make it pretty hard. The Storm Spirit is playing with fire. Lion just needs to pre-cast a Hex, and he's dead. He gets Hex! There's going to be an Impale follow-up. The Storm Spirit's down. He's down for 125 seconds. Drow Ranger forced to buy back. Tidehunter's up now as well. But Storm Spirit's their strongest hero, and they don't have him. Meanwhile, this Jug is just like pummeling away at the Raxes. They can go for the throne now as well if they want to. This game is looking pretty grim for the side of $6 million Echo Slam. Storm not able to carry the game by himself. Looks like Amazon DeepDivers, they're going to play the safe option and just go for the Rax. Nice gust onto the Omni Knight, but he gets saved by the Glimmer Cape, and the Drow Ranger's going to go down now as well. BKBs, but she's dead. Yeah, gets killed by the Lion. Lion didn't even take the plus 90. Oh, he did take the plus 90 damage. And GG is called. So, yeah, I mean, a nice game coming out of Team Amazon DeepDivers. It was pretty close, but a few misplays from the side of $6 million Echo Slam really cost them the game. The Drow Ranger just wasn't able to get as far ahead. He cancelled the GG, so it feels bad. Gonna go for the Mega Creeps and then finish them. Storm Spirit's not gonna get up in time before this game ends. So it's pretty bold picking the Sniper into... the Storm Spirit was a response to the Sniper. But yeah, I mean, no one stacked for the Drow Ranger, which means that she fell behind the Sniper and the Jug pretty far in farm early on. Wasn't able to convert her farm into anything useful. Like, anytime the Juggernaut had Omni Slash, she was able to get kills. But Drow didn't have that playmaking ability. She did buy a Shadow Blade to get like these sneaky gust combos. So Storm Spirit did a lot of work, but like I said, Storm Spirit kind of hits this like brick wall later on in the game where if you're able to group up against the Storm Spirit, he can't fight all of you at once. And that'll be a victory for Amazon DeepDivers. so much damage coming out of the Storm Spirit. But yeah, I don't know. The Drow Ranger just didn't feel like she had any impact on the game. At least, like, she got a few solo pickups on the Omni Knight, which is okay, I guess. But during the team fight, she just didn't offer anything. She had to get too close to deal any of her damage, whereas the Sniper just stayed back on the backlines. Storm did zip in on the Sniper a few times, but once the Shadow Blade came out, Storm had no slots for detection. The Sniper Blade just got out. The Sniper just got out every time with the Shadow Blade. There's nothing that the Storm could do about it. This Jug farmed up a Storm, 552 last hits, 817 GPM. So definitely, just being a Juggernaut